Hideo Kojima, the man behind the famed Metal Gear Solid and Metal Gear video games, and also the extremely underrated Zone of the Enders video games. Last week, he kind of did something of a vague farewell on Twitter, and then not long after that, the word got out that he was leaving Konami. And it would seem as though, according to the story, Konami addressed the removal of Kojima Productions from their website on Twitter last week. And that, at least right now, Kojima is still working on the next Metal Gear Solid game, although if you pay attention, Hideo Kojima always says, this is the last Metal Gear game I'm working on. This is the last Metal Gear game I'm working on. Although he never makes another Zone of the Enders game! Woo! But now it's really seeming like Kojima is definitely, absolutely, totally done, for real this time, you guys, with Konami and Metal Gear Solid. Huge franchise of games, but it was rather weird to see someone that's such a prominent figure in gaming, who's also known for tweeting on the regular, just kind of suddenly disappear. But guys, are you any of you guys fans of the Metal Gear games?
Yeah.
I'm always hiding in a box.
But I think, how old is Kojima?
He's 51.
Not that old.
Huh. So, and Konami took down all his stuff, so that means he's not there anymore. So basically, anytime the company does something, that's the Japanese way of saying you're not here anymore.
It's really sad. It just
might
be a case of.
Yeah, around this time is when everyone's transitioning. So people are leaving, people are going to different companies, people are changing schools, the school year ends, the business year ends. So there's a lot of changes going on right now. So I'm pretty sure he's not the only one that's left. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure if Kojima wants to do another game, guaranteed somebody's going to pick him up, and maybe he'll kickstart something. Maybe he'll kickstart Zone of the Enders 3.
He probably won't, though, because he's what, 51? So he has basically 9 years, less than 9 years, to do whatever he wants at a studio or whatever, because by 60, you have to retire. That's just the law in Japan. So, yeah, so you wouldn't have that much time, per se, to do a lot of stuff.
Maybe he's got to put a little bit more money away. Maybe he needs to put a little bit more money away before that time is up.
Maybe he needs
that's what the pension is for.
I do want to say... Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, he's still got at least one more Metal Gear game, so that's going to help some.
These newer Metal Gear Solid games, they're kind of, the older ones were better because they concentrated, some of them, not all of them, concentrated on kind of getting the character development and all those other things down, and now it's just more about flash and gore and that kind of stuff, and you're just like, where's the real, story? What's the real, pushing force? You want to keep playing instead of, repetition because it looks cool, So, and I think that's with a lot of video games in general, so I don't just think it's Metal Gear.
We got some interesting points made in the chat. Packer Girl 89 says that this is very similar to Toriyama. This is the last DBZ! Everyone's demanding where Zone of the Enders are and things like that.
No, it's just me. It's just me.
No, we got AW looking at that, so you can appreciate him for some of his good taste. Looks like Evil Squid Boy says he's still working on Silent Hills. At least we got that. That is a blessing. I wonder what a Metal Gear would be like without a hot dose of Kojima insanity, writes Dean the Adequate. And he would like to see him do another kind of game, something different. I think that we all want that desperately. Something that really helps define
maybe something that involves mechs from an anime series from the early 90s. Maybe the third game in a series that he already did 2 games on. Maybe.
Pretty please. I want to hide the box again. I want a box. Give me the box. Oh, that sounds great, considering what I said in the chat last week.